And what's going on, everyone? My name's Dom. It's the Complete Circuit Podcast, episode 27. As you know, I got my good friend Joe here.
What's going on, fitness?
He's going to... Okay, we'll get into that later. And, of course, we have the beautiful, wonderful Erin.
What's up?
And somehow Manny decided to come back to the show and deal with our crazy asses.
No.
So how's everybody doing today?
Pretty good.
I'm doing pretty well. Thanks for asking. Joey, how are you doing?
Stressed.
Why are you stressed?
Technology.
What?
Apple.
Apple? Yeah?
Yeah.
What? Okay, well, I don't... what the okay, fair enough. So, let's see what we got in the news. Erin's got some stories for us. Where would you like to start us off here?
Okay. So I would like to start us...
I didn't want it so loud.
What?
I was about to clap, but then I forgot that our microphones are so turned up that I might break someone's eardrum, so I decided not to.
You're going to break any eardrums. You'll be just fine.
So go ahead, please, Erin. Sorry.
Oh, no, you're totally fine. So, as most of us know, CES 2021 was last week? 2 weeks?
I think it was
2
this
weeks?
Yes, I think it was last week.
Okay. And so, there were some very interesting things that they brought up during that, one of which is this.
I saw that.
There are actually a few masks, like higher tech masks that were created.
Yeah, get closer to the mic, babe.
And I just think it's
There, a little bit closer. Just a little. Not. Okay, not that. There you go. There you go.
very curious.
Oh,
Jesus.
goodness.
Whoa.
Okay. Sorry for anybody listening. That was...
That was...
I think I am sitting in
you
the
are
perfect spot.
peaking.
I'm coming in at between -12 and 6.
Okay, no, it's all good. It's all good. Okay.
We're going to cut this out.
We're not cutting anything out. We're
So-
raw now.
Oh. It is really interesting because the mask has LEDs on it, which of course it's Razer, so it's going to.
I'm sorry. Him laughing is me. It's a chain reaction. I can't help it when he laughs. I can't. Oh, I got to marker me. I just popped. You got to... Jesus Christ. I'm sorry, Erin. I'm sorry. Go ahead with your story. I'll be good. I'm going to cover my face. I won't because I have to read the story. Go ahead.
So what do you guys think?
I saw this on YouTube. And so Razer has this habit of doing weird gimmick. Remember the toaster? Anybody see the Razer toaster?
Right.
No.
Okay, so they made a toaster that toasts your bread.
Really?
But it puts the Razer logo in there. And it was
cool.
It was fake, but then everybody wanted one. Like it was like a smash hit, and then they gave one to Linus and then he dropped it or something like that. It was a whole thing. So when I first saw this, I was like, that's fake, but no, it's real.
That's funny.
I mean, is it full RGB?
Yeah.
What does it do?
It protects you from COVID while you game in public
Was it like a
with your
KFC
RGB
angle?
mask.
Well, see, here's the issue, though. And this is actually being serious, because I talked to Kelly about these masks. Not these masks particular, but masks that have the filter. Mm-hmm. And she goes, people that have those masks should be wearing a mask over that because of the filter. Stuff can go through that filter.
But isn't the point of the filter to catch the stuff?
She goes, those kind of masks with the filters, they don't do a very good job.
Well, I read this is considered an N95 mask too, and the filter that's there is just to let the CO2 out, so it doesn't get too hot in the mask. So I guess maybe the plastic or the glass doesn't fog up.
The real N95s don't have those.
Some of them do though. Some of them do. They're not as like pronounced.
Are you talking about the ones in the medical field though? Because the ones in the medical field do not have. Yeah, they don't have that. So that's what I'm trying to tell you. The ones with the filter, because I was telling her, because someone that I knew was telling me about the mask that they have, is considered the best. They think is the best mask. But the problem is that he had the filter, and I was telling Kelly about this, and she goes, "Well, technically he should be wearing a second mask because of that filter."
That's interesting. But so then so when I look at a mask like that, and again, I'm ignorant to the mask stuff. I understand like the basic mechanics of it. So you wear the blue mask, you put the thing on. And then, so how is that more effective than that thing that, you know what I'm saying? Like versus the M95, how is a standard mask more effective?
So I listened to Planet Money by NPR. Shout out to them. But they did an episode where they talked about the creation of N95 mask, and like 3M was like I'm pretty sure was the one to pioneer it.
You got to bring that face nice and close. Get very intimate with it, Manny.
So, so I think like there hasn't been too much like innovation into the medical field as much as you think there should be. Because like apparently until like I forgot what year they made it, but it was like the 1960s, 1980s or some weird pretty late in the 1900s, right? They made the N95 mask, and before that they were just using surgical masks that everyone wears right now, which is pretty insane because I think it started off as like a sports bra or something, and like the material they used for the sports bra or the bra or whatever was like the woman thought to make a mask out of it, and like it was the first of its kind. So I feel like the technology we're using today is pretty new still for masks and stuff. But yeah. I'd say there hasn't been a lot of
interesting
money or whatever put into it.
A lot of R&D, a lot
innovation.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, that's interesting. It's like I was at the fundamental, like the fundamental basics of like the mask and the cotton, and the thing is like it, like, you know, most viruses and any like pathogen is gonna, you know, it's not gonna come out there just dry. Like it's gonna be surrounded in some kind of liquid, you know, as you exhale water and I was about to swear and I didn't, and all that stuff. And so the idea of the mask was not necessarily to be like a filter in the way like water gets filtered, but to catch those droplets through not capillary action. I don't remember.
But because there's reason is because of the filter having openings, though, is what the sheet Kelly is saying is why you should wear a second mask.
Okay.
Because there is openings still that potentially can go through it.
Yeah.
My question is how much are these masks?
They're gonna say. You know what, dude? I don't know how much they are. Erin, do you know how much they are?
I do not.
Erin does not know how much they are, but I'm gonna say so. Joey and I, for the longest time, have had this inside joke because he's got and you've mentioned this before. You got the sleep apnea and the PAP machine. That looks like a Bane mask.
I know.
And so I almost want to get him one and have him do a podcast in it.
I would do it.
I'm pretty sure they have like a built-in mic or something to boost your voice. And that's why it's clear, so it's easier for lip reading, because that's been a complaint I've seen a lot recently with like deaf people are having a harder time in the pandemic because they can't lip read.
Oh, I never thought of that.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. That's okay. So we're going to figure out what the price is, and we're just going to go ahead and we're going to get one of these. So anybody who's tuned in, be ready for that. We're going to put Joey in this mask. He's going to Bane mask it up. I was born in the dark.
And I'm going to keep it.
So, okay. My question to everybody here, though, real quick, is would you buy like one mask for like $200, $300 if it meant like you could just reuse it all the time? And like it's not as like risky as one of like these cloth ones or whatever?
Less risk, and it lasted longer. In the beginning I would have, but now that, I mean, we'll see how the rest of the year goes. In the beginning I might have.
The thing is, with the mask that we use now, like
that's a hell of a mask.
With the surgical mask, like, I know they say you should use it once, but I reuse them, and a lot of people do.
Yeah,
right. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So for $200 to $300, and possibly there's a less chance.
Like an N95 mask that you could reuse.
You gotta get real close, Manny.
The thing is, but then I might as well get the N95. That's only what I think on Amazon for $30, $40.
That's true.
You know what I mean?
True.
Instead of buying it for $200 or $300 for what? For me to get a razor that has the name Razor on it.
Yeah, but it's got RGB, and it makes you look like Bane.
So I can glow in the dark at night. That's great.
That'll make
awesome.
finding you easier.
Because I walk on the streets.
You can move the mic too, man. You just grab that. You just grab that stem right there. Of course. You can move it wherever you need to be. Of course. You know, make it yours.
I mean, it's a cool. it's cool and everything, but it better not cost. I wouldn't buy it if it's $100 or more. I wouldn't.
Oh, I'm willing to bet if I had to do, and I'm usually pretty good with these price things. If I had to guess how much that mask costs,
$245.99.
I'm gonna guess $180.
I'll say $245.
You think $245? All right, let's see. We're doing the prices right, man. You got your
$250.
You're supposed to say $246.
Wait, what did you say?
$245.
Yeah, you got to do, because then you go $1 over. and then it's like you're closest without going over. It's a dick move they used to do back in the.
So you don't listen to me, I see. Okay.
Okay.
What did he say?
My headphones must be off or something.
Aaron, what do you think?
175.
Oh wait, what did I say? I said 180.
Yeah.
Oh man, I was right in the ballpark.
I say 181.
I should seriously be you say 181 screen. I seriously should have been a carny worker. Like I usually am in the ballpark with prices. It's really weird. It's really weird.
Yeah,
Shut the hell up,
this
Joey.
Is completing the circuit, not Dom's life. What's going on next?
The Price is Right. Completing the price. No, I don't care. Okay.
So just so we all are clear, this is only a concept at the moment.
Son of a bitch! They toasted me again.
Excuse me, but try not to swear, okay? Thanks.
So I don't know if it's actually going to come out, so we may or may not find out if the prices are right. But, I mean, with everything going on, it is very possible. And there was that other one that they came out with that has like a Bluetooth from your mask to your phone. There's like an earpiece that comes out.
You know what would be cool too? Like, and obviously we're eventually going to get outside the thing of masks, but if like, I would imagine Apple would do this first, or some other company would do it, then Apple would copy it. Like, make it have like Face ID, so like the act of you wearing it, it knows that it's you, even though it's covering up your face. Like,
it
nice.
has your social security number on the
At this point, we might as well just have astronaut masks. Just have an astronaut helmet.
The helmet.
Yeah, I do agree.
This way, you're protected.
You're gonna look like a Scooby-Doo villain every time you go
I'll
to the
wear
store.
the damn
That's
thing. I
perfectly
don't
fine.
care. Then you can cough all you want.
That's true.
Yep.
You just cough in it and you just
You
inhale.
can use
what
your
I'm
phone
saying
like
is-
normal. You can yawn.
No, what I'm saying is I'm talking about the people that are not wearing it and they cough. I don't have to worry about it because I'm covered with this astronaut mask.
Fair enough.
We can
Fair
get
enough.
those things that they had in the house.
The House. Like what, the House and the Senate? What are you talking about?
Yeah. I don't know. They were walking around with these giant like things that they were wearing on their head that had like a little hole here with like a pump or something like
Aaron,
that. I don't know. It's very
that's from
strange
area.
looking, but-
That's Area 51. We would have to
Oh.
storm that area, and Manny, I would pay $200 to $300 for that astronaut.
For an astronaut helmet that you could storm Area 51 with.
No, I'm just saying, going off of what he was asking.
Oh, just in general.
Yeah.
I see. Just a general astronaut mask.
Yeah, or helmet.
Helmet. Just the whole helmet. Okay, now we're apparently getting political here.
We're not getting political. at
Okay,
all.
Aaron
I
had
was
some-
just trying to see if I could
Mitch
find the
McConnell's
mask I was
pulled up.
talking about. I searched overhead masks Congress because I thought that it was Congress that I saw walking around with one.
Yeah, everything.
So if Mitch McConnell came up, that was not my doing.
It makes sense. Everything goes over his head. What's next?
So another thing that
Slam.
was announced at SEC. So we kind of know about this already, the LG rollable phone. But we did find out that it is not just a concept. It is real and it is coming this year.
So wait, are they going to show it in this little demo thing here? What is
This is it. Yeah.
Ha!
Pay close attention.
I
It's
called
going-
it. Yeah, it's shrinking. I see it. I see it. Okay. I called this. I'm sorry. I had to say that. I've been talking about this for a long time. And what was it? It was the first podcast.
And someone said, that's not going to happen.
Yeah, the very first podcast. Remember what I said? I want a phone you could stretch out and throw at your wall and it becomes your TV. I said that. You heard it here first, people. If you've been following us since the beginning, remember, it was Joey and I. Mostly me, but also Joey. We said it first.
Dom never said that.
I do assume that you probably
Really? 'Cause
cannot
it's-
throw this at your TV.
It's really, no, you throw it at your wall so it
You
becomes your
probably
TV.
should not throw this at your wall.
Okay, eventually.
Just
Throw
have
it
a
at cement.
giant MagSafe on the wall, waiting to catch a phone.
Yeah.
It's just a big ring
Throw,
of...
throw it at bricks, cement. Throw it at everything. Your neighbor.
I mean, eventually the idea will become, and I'm willing to bet the future will become that your phone will be, you throw it into, you've seen those concepts, right? Like Samsung, you could drop it into like a laptop shell.
Like the decks and stuff.
Yeah, all that stuff like that. Like, I'm willing to bet that that future is coming where the phone just is so good that it does everything. You just plug it into whatever shell.
That sounds way too good to be true, though, man. Honestly, I would prefer like a phone that like just has a projector in it.
They have those though.
I know
They
they,
do
do,
have
but I'm just saying
those.
like a good
What's
one.
the price on this?
Good one.
No idea.
There's no price on this either.
Probably 2K, like the Fold.
I'll tell you what. I have a feeling this is gonna make the foldable like idea like
Obsolete.
I think this is a more practical solution than the foldable.
I'll tell you what. This is going to put LG on the map again.
LG's been trying, man. They come out swinging. They come
out
swinging.
What I'm saying is this is going to put them on the map again. Now, LGs have good phones. They do.
Yeah.
But they have it in... Unfortunately, their phones are considered lower tier. But this is going to put them in the high tiers.
Oh, yeah.
It's going to put them on the map. And this is going to be starting to get Samsung and Apple having to redo some stuff.
Supposedly, Apple is working on a foldable. I heard, and it's like even Linus is excited. Like finally, a good foldable. Because if Apple's going to make a foldable, there's not going to be any compromises. They're gonna test all that.
But that thing's going to be probably about $3-4 grand.
I mean, yeah, but that's the
so like iOS when it's folded and iPad OS when it's like unfolded.
Yeah, more or less. More or less.
That'd be pretty cool.
And then you can shape it into a MacBook Pro.
Nice.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly.
You just throw it on the wall, dude.
Just that simple. You know what I saw? I finally saw one the other day, Joey. I was thinking about you. I went to Best Buy.
Oh, that's sweet.
And we talked about the Surface Duo. Have you seen that thing, Manny? Yeah. Okay. So I finally messed with one. I was looking at it. I was checking it out and stuff like that. There's this like creepy dude kind of lounging around, so I didn't get a whole time. It was a whole thing, but I didn't get a lot of interaction with the phone. Yeah.
I did.
It was all right. Like it was all right. I can see the novelty in it, making it be really cool in the sense of, oh, this is something different. You just punched the mic. Something different, but like from a practical use, it's big. For you, it makes sense because your hands are the size of Elroy the Giant's, but it's big.
I don't like it.
You don't like it? Yeah. You didn't like it at all?
No.
Oh, what was it?
Because I remember I called you when I was at AT&T. Remember I was at the store,
yeah, I do remember,
and I was like, look, Dom, they have this, and I was showing you, and you're like, yeah, I got to get my hands on one, and you finally did, but I wasn't that impressed.
I never got one. Did you say I did?
No, I said you said that you need to mess around with
it. Yeah, I see, yeah.
But no, I was messing around with it, and I'm just like, at first I'm like, oh, yeah, this is cool, and then I'm messing, I'm like, this seems more like a pain in the ass than anything.
Yeah, it does. It seems like it's very niche. Same thing with LG Wing. It seems like it fits into that category. What's cool about this is this, I think, accommodates to everybody. Because technically speaking, the form factor is the same as every other phone. So you never, ever have to use that. And you would have the exact same experience with what you're used to now.
Yeah.
But then, when you want it, it's a grower, not a shower.
I want it to grow a lot more.
No, tell us about your relationship now, Erin.
Well, because what I like for it to be very small so that it can fit into my hands better. And then when I'm ready to use it, it gets really big.
Could you imagine
just let him go.
It's a grower. Erin wants a grower.
Not a shower. Go ahead.
Could you imagine you buy this phone and in 3 years your screen just has stretch marks or some shit?
You're gonna put a marker.
Yeah.
Yeah, I am. Funny. You know what? That's not necessarily a.
I don't know how this works, but
it's it's the bendable OLEDs, but you have to have plastic, and that's the thing. Like, if you've seen the Galaxy Fold, and any of those, it's a plastic screen. Now I've gotten used to the glass screens, and I don't know if I can make that transition because plastic doesn't have that. You know what I'm saying? It feels like your finger gets caught no matter how much you polish the thing, and so I don't. I mean, we'll see.
My question is can you keep it that size, or does it shrink just on its own?
You probably can keep it that size because it's basically from what I understand, it wraps into the phone. So there's these rolling mechanisms that pull out, and the screen is curved into itself, into the phone.
And I wonder if there's a button on the back, and that's...
You probably can't put a case on that either.
No, right? Probably not.
Yeah, how the hell would you put a case on something? I didn't even think about that.
It has to be a stretchy case.
Yeah, one of those rubber. So...
put a rubber on it for the growing aspect of it.
Joy beat me to my joke. I mean, that was basically what I was going to say. Verbatim. Yeah, no, that's I'll give LG credit. Damn. You know what? I like what their innovations have been recently with this and the LG Wing more than what Samsung has done, because Samsung seems gimmicky.
But you see that what's on the screen right now? I wonder how thick it is because we've only seen the front of it.
Oh, fair.
I don't mind if it's thick as long as it has more battery.
Yeah.
But I just wonder how thick it is.
You know what? What I notice is we bash Samsung a lot, but Apple's the same way.
We don't really bash Samsung all that
much.
Well,
no, what I'm saying is that we'll say, like what we just said, Samsung's gimmicky, but what has Apple really done either with their phones?
Oh, no, Apple has gone straight up business. Tim Cook, who is apparently a phenomenal moneymaker, and he has demonstrated that. Yeah, he hasn't been taking any risks. Right. He hasn't been taking any risks.
Right, but I'm saying is that Samsung and Apple both haven't done anything innovative in a while.
AirPods. Before AirPods, there wasn't like
no. I'm talking about just phone.
Oh, phone.
Just a phone in just in the phone in general, not anything else. Just in phone. What has Apple done besides give us a
full screen?
Give us a full do an iPhone 4 stretch.
Yeah, but they already did that. So I would say, outside of the full screen, like their Face ID technology is better than anybody else, but nobody else is going to put in the money to make it that good. Like Samsung's is not that good, but you're right. I mean,
Samsung has that touch inside the screen.
They have the Touch ID inside the screen.
You know what I mean?
I mean, I see what he's saying.
I don't know. Like, I feel like Apple's just so far ahead that they don't really need to do anything.
The thing is,
in terms of CPU and GPU.
But let me ask you this: how are they far ahead?
Just CPU, GPU.
But that's not enough. Just because you can do a CPU and GPU, what have you done? So you're telling me is just because you can throw a new chip or a better chip inside a phone, but you make it look like a phone like each year, except for this one that's an iPhone 4 stretched out. That's okay.
I guess.
I don't know. Go after him, man. Don't be scared.
What do you want them to do, though?
Well, I'm sorry. I don't mean that. I don't want you to feel like I'm attacking you. I'm not.
But what do you want them to do?
What I want them to do, look what LG's doing, right? That's innovative. That's something different. Now, when Steve Jobs was alive, what did we get all the time? Something new, something innovative all the time. Each time there was a release, there was something big and better.
Yeah, one more thing.
But now, what have we done? Apple's got stagnant. They got too comfortable. Now, what I'm hoping is LG with this is going to push Apple and Samsung back to, hey, we need to gear up and do something. Otherwise, LG's going to come up and steal the show. Because this whole, I like this phone. That's cool. But now they had to go back to an old design by Steve Jobs to make this thing look actually really good.
Yeah.
Which they should have kept the whole time. I was never a fan of the iPhone 6, 6S, 7, 8, 10, 10S, 11, like rounded design. Like I understand from a hand perspective, it is technically more comfortable. But I mean, look at that thing. It's nice.
That's what I'm saying. When it comes to Apple products, I mean, this has been on my mind for the longest time. It's like, Apple treats us, we're basically sheep, right? So the way I see it is that Apple's word as sheep, we think Apple's like, don't mean to go in this huge thing, but it's like, oh, Apple released this thing. Let's go and run to it. Yeah. It's God's word. You know what I mean?
Staying out of this one.
No, I'm not trying to get into, you know what I mean.
No. But, I was just playing a joke because I buy all their shit.
Well, so do I. But that's what I'm saying. But I'm not afraid to say we're like sheep when it comes to that, because it's like, okay, yeah, they released it. It's the latest and greatest, and it's Apple, and we know it's going to work, so we're going to buy it right away. But then we're just supporting their blah ideas. I mean, look at the Apple AirPod Max. Look at the AirPod Max. Yeah, they're comfortable, but you're charging us $500 and going with Dom's rant on his video. You don't supply us a USB-C cable.
Yeah,
that little dinky.
And you can't plug it into your laptop you just bought.
Yeah,
from Apple too.
And so Apple, like I put in a comment, Apple's becoming Nintendo 2.0. And now that Apple's doing this, all the other companies are going to follow. Just because Android hasn't done it yet, that doesn't mean they're not going to, because they follow Apple every time they do something. They're behind it. It's a trickle effect.
And I 99.9% agree with everything you said, because that's kind of a fundamental thing that I've also had thoughts with, is like, where's the new cool shit? And I do understand where you're coming from when you say, like, well, what else can you put in the phone? You know, like, sure, you can make it a car key and this and that and stuff like that. And we've talked about that. And I also understand that from their perspective, Apple doesn't do anything that they don't, like, publicly test the crap out of. I can tell you this much right now. This is a concept for something that I can see people really enjoying. But the LG Wing was never going to be successful. The Google Aura, which we've been doing those videos on, was never going to be successful, because those are niche things, and Apple wants to generalize. Like kind of how we talked about, you know, if Apple made a gaming laptop, they would never do that, because they just want a laptop that does everything. And that's kind of their thing. So now it's like, how do you find that balance? Because you add a feature and it's like, well, 50% of the people don't like it or never going to use it.
3D touch.
See, like, I loved 3D touch. To be honest with you, Erin uses it's one of those things that even if you're not technical,
it's long press, dude. It's all it is.
But it's not. It's not though. It's a responsive thing that you choose to do, not something. If you keep your thumb, let's say you keep your thumb on something, like, I'm not sure. It's one of those things that you choose to do, versus one of those things that's going to happen because of a thing that you do, which sounds like the same, but they're not. And any 3D touch person, yeah, thanks.
It's a matrix world. Do you choose, or is the world real, or is it real?
I mean, he's not wrong.
No,
because I have trouble using his phone sometimes because I use 3D touch so often, and then when I go to use his, I'm like, wait, how do I do this? Like, wait, why is this popping up right now?
No, I agree with Dom. Absolutely. That's why I wish, like Dom has said in before podcast, that I wish they would add that thing where, like Samsung does with your thumb, right? They have that, or like also just bring back the 3D touch, even though but then that
just put in the pros.
But the problem is that goes back to what I'm saying is then they're going back to old stuff.
They did that with the keyboard, the butterfly keyboard on their laptops. If they do it, it's better. It's better. I do hear what you're saying.
Yeah, I know.
What phone do you have, Manny?
The 10S.
Okay, so you do use 3D touch.
No.
You don't use 3D touch?
Not at all.
So on your home screen or on your lock screen, you see a text come in. And it's like, and so if you press and hold, you could see the whole text without having to unlock your phone or press the notification, and you could see it there and respond to it without having to do anything else. Like the interaction is just press and hold, or not press and hold, but press and push, and you choose to do that.
I do long.
I bet you do.
Long touch or whatever.
You do so you don't like the pushing action.
I can't hold on, let me do it right now because I forgot what it feels like.
All right, we're getting some action here.
Okay.
I don't know what's going on with my microphone stand. It's been squeaking the past few episodes. It's like a bed spring.
It's a bad one to open.
Just a butt.
Is it just a butt? Yeah, okay, so Manny just loaded up a butt on his phone.
She has tan lines.
And he's showing us.
I don't know.
Yeah,
man.
that's 3D touch.
They did. Okay, so one of the things that drove me
crazy. It is 3D touch. You're right. Yeah, I use it all the time.
Oh my god. Okay, that was a good segment. That was a good segment. I wish that like when it came to the pro phones, that they made them more distinguished from the base model. Like, okay, fine, your average consumer is not using 3D touch. Fine, then like get rid of that for the normal phone. Have them use haptic, but for the pro phones, put all the crap in, because 3D touch, and I think unfortunately was poorly implemented by app developers. They never got a chance to like use it in a cool way. You know, send it to you press on Twitter. Instead what you do is you got shortcut menus, right? You got property, you got flyout menus. But instead Twitter, what should have done is you press and you 3D touch the Twitter thing, and now the keyword comes up and you're ready to tweet. Just that simple. No press and then tweet and then open app and then anyway. All that stuff.
That's funny.
And that was fun. You guys have good chemistry. You guys going on or something?
Woo-hoo.
What the oh hell no. You guys fist bumping too?
We like the fist.
Oh.
Put a marker down for that, because I don't exactly know.
I like to fist too.
Okay, put a marker down for that, because I don't exactly know. Woo! Oh, that was fun. With the Japanese guy. Put a marker down for that, because I don't know if I'm allowed to say that. There's a lot of dialogue things. She's been flexing the rules. I listened to last week's episode, and you were messing with that line. You're starting to pull a Sam, which just, you're getting there, and it's inappropriate, but it's not.
I'm finna itching for some new stories too.
Oh, here we go with this. Okay.
Well, I'm finna give you one.
Awesome. Yeah. Hey, Erin. Yeah.
Okay. So, Dom, do you remember recently you were complaining about something in one of your videos? And I don't remember if you were complaining about phones needing cases or what, but you said something like, what's next? We're going to have to start putting cases on our controllers.
Oh, that was the dirty controller rant.
Okay, well, OtterBox has teamed up with Xbox to make controller shells.
What?
Cases for your Xbox controller.
I don't understand why you need a case for your controller.
Probably because
Wait a minute, for Xbox? I would see for PS5, but Xbox?
People have been commenting. They know what I'm talking about. They get dirty.
Yeah, I know, but I'm saying, why would Xbox? I mean, yeah, you...
Microsoft needs something to do.
Maybe if you want to throw it, you can like throw it and it not break now.
I'd rather throw a human being in my controller.
Yeah.
So Microsoft talked about this during their development of their controllers. They actually do a lot of like rage quit testing, and that's why
That's funny.
I've always felt the Xbox controller is, you know what I'm talking about? It has like a hardiness to it. Even the standard one, not the Elite, just the standard one seems to be
I feel like I can snap it with just.
Well, that's you, and you have massive like burly hands.
Oh.
And special strength. Put a marker down for that, because I don't know if I'm allowed to say that. Okay, definitely put a marker down for that, because I know he's not allowed to say that.
Correct.
Okay. I mean, I guess that's fine. I would see the PS5 with the issues with that thing. Like, I could see, a rubber cover.
Yeah.
Because like, people are commenting on, like, it's funny. Like, one dude says, like, oh my God, it's so true. And you put, like, the emoji that's, like with the, you know what I'm talking about?
Will you look into the camera while you do that?
Insert banana here.
Oh.
Wow. Let's put a marker down for that, because I don't know if he's allowed to say that. It's one of those things. So, I mean, I guess that's an interesting story. Microsoft is trying to do something, because they're not getting any traction. Like, I turned on my Xbox, the Series X the other day, and I was like, there's nothing distinguishing it from the One X. There's nothing distinguishing it from the One X. I was literally playing Cyberpunk, which could be played on the One X. There's nothing distinguishing it. It's the same console.
I can play Cyberpunk on my PC.
Yes.
We're waiting.
I'm just saying, it's canceled on the console, and I can play Cyberpunk while you guys have to wait.
No, I don't have to wait.
We can play it.
Yeah.
But mine doesn't have bugs.
I like bugs.
I'm sure you do.
We'll get into this in a minute, because I know you're trying to you're messing around, but I know that there's. Hold on, I'll get to you. What do we have next? Unless there was more to the story.
No, that's pretty much it.
Okay,
I just remembered you saying something about it, and
dirty controllers.
yeah, this is a thing now.
You don't want your controllers to, get a disease.
Just pee on them.
Yeah. So I think that everybody
Well, that's fine.
has heard about. Last week we were talking about the Supers console with the PS2, PS5.
Yeah, everybody heard about this week.
Yes. And that they have canceled all of the orders because of threats.
Oh, it was death threats.
I
not
have
threats.
Hold on. They have several.
This is Erin's story, not yours, okay? Now, calm down.
Man.
The first problem they had, and you can find all of this on their website, but the first problem was scam panic. So a lot of people were worried that Supers, I think it's Supers, it ends with a 5, so I'm assuming it's an S, was a scammer. That they would have, I think it was either that they would have people send in their PS5s to them, or people were like, no, you're just a scam. We're not gonna.
So nobody believed the company.
Yeah, because they're new.
So, okay, so just a quick question. So people thought that this company was a scam. So then why were they buying it? Why are they trying to pre-order it?
Because not everybody thinks that it's a scam.
You had this on your console one?
I never really quite figured it out.
Oh, if you have to send your... No, from my understanding, it was there was a limited pre-orders. Like, this is something that they custom did. So if you think it's a scam, then don't order from them. But there was like...
Possibly.
That doesn't...
That's because
goofy.
you have to give them your money. And if you think that you're just giving money and you're not going to get a real thing... Well, anyway, they were...
do that? Okay.
They were having issues with people being skeptical because it came out of nowhere... And they hadn't sold anything at that point, and they didn't have any proof. So people thought that they were a scam. And then they were having problems with payments.
Ooh, that's not good.
Yeah. And then the third problem they had was the hostility and the threats. So they received multiple threats, some of which appeared to be actively trying to locate them and inflict physical harm. And they said, this is not what we signed up for, and that's why we decided to cancel orders and refund everybody.
So that's it. It's they're done. They're not redoing it anymore. Wait, who the hell was trying to find them and hurt them, and for what reason?
I
Sony.
don't know.
With these Xbox supporters? Yeah, that was probably that joke was probably in bad taste. Let's go ahead and put a marker down because I don't know if I should say that.
What did you say?
I said, what was it? Xbox supporters? Again, let's put a marker down because I don't know. I don't know who the hell would do that. Like that doesn't make any sense. I guess there's all kinds of people out there. That's crappy because I was actually excited to kind of to see people like do B-roll and stuff like that because the idea of that it looked cool. It looked interesting. So that's unfortunate it happened that way.
It is incredibly unfortunate.
Huh? Oh well, what do we got next?
So this one is actually pretty cool. I think this was announced during
What the hell?
CES.
I know what this
Sorry,
is.
I kept wanting to say CEM for some
Wait,
reason.
I saw marijuana.
Those were plants. So,
I mean, both can be true.
Manny, I'm glad you know what it is so that not everyone's going in blind. So the line was announced, and effectively it's supposed to be a remake of Urban Living, and it's going to be literally a line that connects 4 distinctive ecologies. So you start at the coast, and then you go through the desert, and then the mountains, and then the upper valley.
It sounds like an
in
RPG.
Saudi Arabia.
If it sounds like the Witcher.
It does seem like it could be
What state is this taking place in?
Saudi Arabia.
Oh, sorry. I thought the fourth part was Saudi Arabia. Okay, so Saudi Arabia is making a Witcher-esque thing. Side note: website design has gotten really cool because that's a cool ass effect that you cover over the dot, that the bleeping dots, and then all that. That's pretty cool.
I do agree.
Okay, what's the purpose? Is like a vacation, a destination? You go there, like
Living.
sandals.
It's to change how we live for our carbon emissions and everything like that. So it's going to be powered by clean energy. Anybody who's living there won't have cars. It's car free. It is a city integrated with nature. So they have the buildings for where you live and you work, and it's surrounded by trees, and that's that. And then you can pretty much get anywhere within 20 minutes. But you can find everything you need within a 5-minute walk. So it's going to look like this as the infrastructure. So you have your pedestrian layer on top with your people and your buildings and your trees. And then underneath is the service layer, which I assume is where you have deliveries made, supplies brought in, stuff like that, how they move everything around the ecosystem, keeping buildings upkeep, plumbing, all of that. And then the spine layer, which is controlled by AI, and that's the bottom layer, which is ultra high-speed transit and freight.
So the city is just a straight line, essentially, if you guys didn't get that.
So it's just, is there like a train going back and
I
forth?
guess it's 177 kilometers or something.
Is this real or a game?
Yeah, they're
No,
starting
apparently
it.
it's a real thing. Erin told me about this earlier in the week. I now remember. As soon as she showed me the multi-layered thing, I remember like, oh yeah, she did tell me about this.
Here.
Are they paying people to move there? Because
I don't.
You might not have
think
your
so.
audio coming out of the. So yeah. Oh no, it is perfect.
What if we removed cars? What if we got rid of streets? What if we innovated in the public space? What if we built around nature instead of over it? What if everything you needed was always a 5-minute walk away? What if invisible technology generates carefree and open urban space? What if sustainability was not a goal, but a given? What if we replaced outdated urban services with new services driven by artificial intelligence? What if we built the line? A 170-kilometer revolution in urban living. Protecting the Earth's most stunning nature while creating unmatched livability. A home to all of us. Welcome to the line. Neome.
Okay. Few things. Number one, it's a flat halo ring. Number two, it's Biodome without the dome. So I'm really hoping that they get Pauly Shore to sponsor it for anybody who gets that reference. Number three, why was that commercial spec'd like a GE washer and dryer, energy efficient thing? That all of it's cool. I'm not bashing it. I'm just saying the presentation seemed like something you'd get from a third-party marketing company that said, "Oh, okay, you're trying to make a new way of living."
All I know is that lady's voice could put me to sleep.
It was very calming.
It was.
A little ASMR for you.
She probably got paid a bit for that.
I bet she did. Joey, do you know what turnaround is?
Turn around.
No, not that.
No.
Can we just take a quick, like just two? I want to keep talking about this. No, you know what? We'll bring it up after. I'll bring it up after. Joey, we're going to talk about, I'm going to pull this up for later, as Erin said earlier in the show. We're going to talk about what turnaround is. Erin's going to hate me for this.
Sounds great.
Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead. Okay, so back into the line. I'm sorry.
Do you get horses?
Do you get a horses?
I mean, what happens if there's something that's 20 minutes away? You don't have a car, so I'm not going to walk.
Everything you need is within 5 minutes, but they have underground transit.
Yeah, but it defeats the purpose.
Of what?
Next generation freight. I mean, not that one. Transport controlled by AI.
Defeats the purpose of what?
Clean living.
No, it is clean.
Having stuff 5 minutes away defeats the purpose of clean living?
No,
It's powered by renewable energy.
You're missing the whole thing, Tom.
Okay, I'm listening.
When do they expect to finish it?
I don't think I have heard
Let's say that's your
anything
2800.
about that. I don't even know if they had said that they started it.
3000 AD.
So, okay. And also, how much is this thing costing? Because something like that has to be astronomically expensive. Way more than Mario World.
It's not for us, dude. It's for like the 1% or something.
It's for the 1%. They're going to live in the middle of the desert with trains that go underground.
No, I don't
If you think Jeff Bezos is going to live there, you
Not him. I'm talking about like the people who live in Saudi Arabia.
I
Like the residents of that.
don't think it's a
nation.
1%. Honestly.
Maybe not.
And that's more of a, what's that country? It's around there. That's incredibly rich with Dubai or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
That's who I could see living there and that kind of thing.
I can see the U.S. doing something like this.
Nah,
No.
I can't see the U.
No.
I can't. I see the U.S.
That'd be dope though.
It would
Like,
be dope.
We have more
I can
biomes
actually
than them.
I can see the U.S. doing something like this, though.
Yeah, I don't see the average United States citizen wanting that. They're going to think to themselves, "I can't get to Walmart." Like what? Like
I'll do it.
No, you would. But like the idea of the average citizen being able to kind of break out of their normal day-to-day life to go do this. Like what was that movie with Matt Damon where they shrunk him?
Oh, I forgot the name of it, but I know what you mean.
You know what I'm talking about? It's that same kind of concept, right? Like
I can see a lot of people actually doing
All
it.
right,
I could see a lot of people doing it.
Joey, where would you put the line in the U.S.?
I would start in Montana.
Montana. You'd have
Montana?
that vertically or like horizontally?
I probably would do it. Well, actually, no. I take that
like-
back. Wait, hold on. Wyoming is that way, isn't Wyoming?
It's
and
west.
Then it's Montana.
It's west. I don't know.
I would start out in the more of those kind of regions, going this way, more because I believe is Wyoming, Montana, things
Nebraska.
like that. They're not going to be. They're not as built up as, let's say, if we started in California, or let's say if we started in Illinois. It's more. There's more room to do it that way, and I believe that it would be. How do I put it? It would be a good test run, honestly, starting out in those areas. And would I go there? Yeah.
To any of our fans listening to Wyoming, you guys have a wonderful state filled with a rich culture.
Oh yeah, no, it's not nothing against Wyoming and Montana. It's beautiful states, but I believe starting out in those areas, I mean, what would you do if you're trying to make a better living? Why would you start out in California? Why would you start in Illinois? You want the freshness, the fresh air. Start in Montana. Start in Wyoming.
But would you go south from there or would you go east? Ignoring the 170 kilometer thing.
Yeah, I know.
Because that's like a state here.
I probably would go like they're doing.
East-west.
Yeah.
Latitude. Yeah, latitudinally, blah, something like that. Where would you put it, man?
I don't know. Where would you end it though? Hold on, I'll tell you.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Where would you end it if you're going that way?
That's a good question. Because Wyoming, it's Wyoming, Montana. I'm getting my states mixed up. Isn't it Wyoming and then it's Montana, basically like this and this?
Montana's like up north.
Yeah.
And then Wyoming, it's like
they're basically side by side.
Yeah,
right?
I think it is.
No, it's Montana at the very top, Wyoming right below it,
Alabama,
Okay.
Alaska, Arizona, Arkansas.
and then Colorado below
You
that.
actually have the map pulled up, right? So basically,
Can we get a map up there?
Yeah, can you? Because then I can definitely. Because I might even do it in a different way than.
Oh, shoo. Whoa, what the hell did I just do? Pulling up a map for myself. You just do Google Maps. Or that. Just second grade map.
Well, if we don't know where our states are located.
Yeah. Oh, Idaho. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought Wyoming was Idaho.
Like I said, some of us don't know where our states are located.
So you know
Okay,
what?
Miss traveled every day for her whole
You know
life.
what I would do?
That's not fair.
I had very rigorous
this would be
tests in
totally
elementary
different.
school on the states.
I would do
I
kind
did
of
too.
like an outline.
I just forgot alcohol.
So I would do Montana,
Mm-hmm.
Wyoming, Nebraska to Iowa. So I would do an L line going that way. That's how I would do it. Or there's another way. I would still start out in Montana. Montana, Idaho, Wyoming, and then Nebraska.
He's just going across a bunch of states.
Well, I mean, you can make it because you don't have to go in a straight line. You can do, like I was saying, you can do an L shape to me, or you can do kind of like there. You know what I mean? Something like that.
Yeah.
I would try to hit those kind of states up because there's not much built up there.
Yeah.
There's not much there. So, and the pollution is down compared to Illinois, California, things like that.
Yeah, I mean, if you're going to do Illinois, it'd have to be Southern Illinois, because you have to stay away from any urban area.
Yeah.
To branch off what you're saying.
Right. That's how I would do it.
I would probably go with Kansas only because of that interesting fact that Kansas is topologically flatter than a pancake, and so you just have a nice.
I thought it was Oklahoma.
It's Kansas. That's flatter than a pancake, and it's right in the middle of the country, so you'd be able to evenly get people in and say, we're an equal opportunity line.
Would you like to be blown away by a tornado?
Actually, you know what, Dom? You make
Not
a
if
great.
not if it's in the ground.
Actually, Dom, you make a great point.
Thank you, Joey.
I would actually start in Nevada, then Utah, Colorado, Kansas City, and then Missouri.
Oh yeah, no, you definitely do go through Missouri. That's for sure. Missouri.
I would do that. That's how I would do it.
I won't talk bad about
Manny,
Missouri.
actually. I would do it that way. That would be
Nevada.
Nevada, because Nevada is it's there's not much in Nevada
Yeah, there's really
besides that's Las Vegas. Besides Vegas, there's not much there. So
And
that'd be
Reno is
perfect.
just a little Vegas, so
Yeah.
I mean and you start gambling, you get married, and then you walk, and then you go,
No,
go
I would build it.
Walk the line?
walk the line.
No,
Thank
you know what? I would build it away from those.
Now you just keep the degenerates out.
Yeah.
No strippers here on the line.
No, because here's the thing: you're trying to make it clean living, right? So you want to stay away from the strips,
Right.
So yeah,
So then, by that logic, wouldn't you want to put it in Pennsylvania with the Amish?
no,
I mean, they're the cleanest you
Just
can get.
balance the whole thing out.
no. I'm just saying, in Pennsylvania is too built up.
No, it's not.
Pennsylvania?
No, it's not. I drove through Pennsylvania. I'm telling you right now, that is not
How
built
long
up.
ago?
Like 2 years ago.
2 years is a long time.
You're going to sit here and tell me they got rid of all the mountains and forests? Do you have any idea what it's like driving through Pennsylvania to go to New York? It was awful.
Okay, answer me this.
You got Pittsburgh, but
Because if we're saying that Pennsylvania is... Okay.
It's not too bad. I'm joking. I was joking. I'm just saying though.
Las Vegas
Yes.
or Philly
the Philly.
and... What's the one you just said?
Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
Which one would produce the most?
Probably Pennsylvania because
We're
right by
talking about which one's cleaner.
Probably Pennsylvania because right by New York. You have access to resources. Don't forget you got to transport all that crap to build it.
No, I said which cities would produce the most pollution out of the ones that I
Oh,
listed.
Vegas.
So would Nevada or Pennsylvania by itself?
Pennsylvania.
Yeah, probably
have more?
Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
And what's nice, and you're talking about freight, right? Well, if you start on Nevada, you got California.
Well, that's true.
And then you can take California, the products from California, you can go right down that line.
Yeah, but California is significantly bigger than New York, and so transport costs are going to be a hell of a lot more. It's a lot easier to get from New York to Pennsylvania than parts of California, because a lot of the infrastructure is built along the coast.
But I'm thinking about clean living. So if you start,
that's fair.
But because here's
That's
the thing,
fair.
if you start in Pennsylvania and you go this way, right? So now you're going to go Pennsylvania, Ohio, Indiana, and Illinois.
That'd be horrible.
Exactly.
No, that's fair.
That's just my thinking. That's the way I'm thinking of it.
Yeah.
Because the whole model is clean living. So that's how I was thinking about it.
Well, you know what? We just got the low battery warning on Erin's laptop, so I'm going to go ahead and take a quick break and get her plugged in, and then we will be back. But that was a very interesting segment, guys. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. I just saw that coming in, and I just want to make sure we don't lose...
You want to plug me?
You know what? We'll be right back. And we're back.
And we're back.
And we're back.
Do I have to say that?
You don't have to, no.
Oh, give me one more marker just so I know when we started back. Okay, so
And we're back.
And we're back.
So we're getting close to the end of the show, and I thought we could use this time there's two things. One, can you pull up I don't even know if we should technically show this. Yeah, no, it'll be fine. Can you pull up what is a turnabout on YouTube? Because I really want these guys to see it, because I think it's very important that they get this knowledge.
Okay. While I do that, can we discuss
Oh, Erin had one more story.
the news of... So we found out that state.gov runs on WordPress.
Which is dumb. WordPress is dumb.
It is incredibly dumb.
And that is, of all the websites to not have WordPress, that's the one to not have WordPress. And WordPress is great for when you're starting off, but if you delve too much into it, you become like a dedicated WordPress developer, and that does not translate over well into the other web development spaces.
Is that the free to use one?
Yeah, it's PHP built in.
Yeah.
It's not even a framework. It's its own thing. It rewrites PHP rules, and you can install templates, and it's very dynamic, but it's very freeform. So anybody can just kind of do anything, and there's no real standard in the way that you can do things. So a lot of times, you do what is a turnabout
I got it.
in YouTube. So if anybody who's seen this before, this went viral, and this popped up again for me the other day, and I thought to myself,
Oh, is this the video you showed me the other day?
Yeah, no, it is, but okay.
Okay.
I
I know what I'm looking for. Continue.
I think it's
continue
what is a
talking.
turnaround, I think.
Okay.
Or what is turnaround? That's it. What is turnaround? There it is. Yeah, here it is. Okay. So this is a very interesting video, and I think you guys are really going to enjoy the information that's in it. It's very informative, and I think it relates to us very well.
What is a turnaround? Well, whether you call them shutdowns, outages, or turnarounds, they'll all
Show your
produce
face.
the same results. Turnarounds are scheduled events where an entire process unit of an industrial plant is taken off stream for a scheduled period of time to perform maintenance, inspections, and testing. Once the plant is off stream, the downtime presents an opportunity that can be used to perform debottlenecking, capital project improvements,
It's important.
revamps, and catalyst regeneration projects. Turnarounds allow for necessary maintenance
Okay.
and the
I think we
upkeep
get the gist.
No, we don't.
I want to see it in Spanish, though.
No.
Does she speak Spanish?
Un turnaround.
No way they found it.
Llamar clausuras, interrupciones o paradas de plantas. Son todos más o menos lo mismo. Paradas de plantas
Manny.
son eventos programados en unidad de todos los procesos
Don't look at me now.
que
Come
ocurren
on.
durante un periodo programado de tiempo para realizar.
They also have
Can
one
we-
in Japanese.
Es muy importante.
Japanese.
turnaround to
Oh.
you kotoba o gozenji.
No.
That
That's
was
not Japanese.
that was bad. That was bad. That was some weird French accent. Anyway,
So
so
we go back to the top.
we'll do that in bonus features. I know, Joey, I will send you the link. I promise. It's very interesting information. I knew you'd like that one. And also, I want to have that face he made when he first saw that video. I want that plaqued, because that was
Okay.
the perfect. You'll see it. You'll see when we do the
Okay.
editing. So to finish things up, I kind of wanted to give Manny a little bit of time on thing. Let us, let the fans get to know you. What's something, you're always wearing JoJo shirts and stuff.
JoJo.
Is there something you want the fans to know about you, Manny? Putting you on the spot.
I know. So during the break, Dom discussed having to get to know Manny segment. That's what this is, and he's not trying to make me come out or anything. No, but I like anime, video games. That's pretty much it. Like music a lot, and I don't know. Just I don't want to go into too much detail. Don't want to get doxxed or anything, but I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Yeah, they'll learn with time.
Yeah.
No, man, it's been super awesome having you in the show. And I really hope you stay in that fourth seat because I liked how we sounded last week, and I'm even loving it more this week.
What are we in first grade?
There we go. Okay. So anyway, guys, we're gonna go ahead and end the show there with Joey's little segment there. So as you know, guys, please
tell us about yourself.
If you enjoyed it, please like, subscribe.
Tell us about
yourself. Throw a rating on there. We got some big news coming out in February and in March, so stay tuned for that.
You're coming out?
No, shut the hell up. And as always, talk to you soon.
See ya.
Bye.
Take it easy, guys.